You know who I am, and I don't have to explain myself, so I'm very happy that you're my fans and that you're really, taking care about me, my career, and you're all watching it, what I'm doing. And I know it takes a long time for you, just for your free time. So thank you very much for your help and for your guidance, and thanks so much that you're there. So, spasibo большое.
Thank you, Thomas, for the great opportunity to talk to you and ask you some of the questions that are most interesting for your Russian fans. So let's begin from the latest, hottest event in your life, your book. There's no doubt you became a bestseller.
Mm-hmm.
So, but still some years ago you didn't even plan to write a book, and when you were asked about it, you told that if you would write a book, someday it would be rather a book, a biography. But what was the reason, the signal to write this book?
Well, I was just reflecting my life, and next year I'm turning to 50, and maybe people say this is the half of a lifetime, a period. So I was thinking about and reflecting what was in the past, and I was talking to so many people about my my past and about career and about my life, and everybody said you have to write this down because there's so fantastic stories in your life. And so first of all, I started to write. I didn't have a publisher because I wanted to go that way, because if you're in the in the drive from a publisher, then the publisher will say, okay, now you have 3 months, and be on time because we have a releasing date and blah blah. But I want to really write the book by myself, and I want to have enough time writing it. And when it was nearly done, then I made a contract with a publisher that was very relaxing for me.
So, what was the original purpose of writing this book? Was it intended for the mass reader to become a bestseller? And are there any moments that were not included in your book?
There are a lot of stories which are not included into the book, because it would be very poor if this book has 300 for about 20 pages, if my complete life would be written in these 320 pages. So if I will write about my life, it has 3,200 pages at least.
Will your fans read this book?
No, that's it. But sometimes a lot of stories which you really had in your life and the experiences you can't write down, because sometimes it's such a situation in which are you in, and this makes it funny, but to write it down and to explain it, and this is sometimes too long. So the publisher said the maximum we can do is 325 pages, so please put your stories in these 325.
So we'll see your publisher someday. So the book says very little about the soul works of the 90s, and in particular such an ordinary work, your famous album Sold. So new style, new look, the fans highly appreciated this work, and how do you feel about it?
The album Sold?
Sold.
So I would say for me Sold was a milestone, even if it was not very successful. But the way of working with Peter Wolf in America, and you're recording for nearly half a year and working really hard with the highest standard and with top artists, with top musicians, and as a producer, Peter Wolf really brought out the best in me from my voice. I never thought about that I was able to sing in such a way, because for me, I would say, my spectrum was You're My Heart, You're My Soul, and Sherry Lady, and Brother Louie, but not these, very, very complicated songs written by Peter Wolf. And I was so proud, and even today, you know, once in a year I really take it out of my, you know, my box and listen to it. And I'm still really proud about this album, and it's still a good album. For me, it's timeless.
Yes, we are quite agree with you. This album is one of the pearls.
Yeah, definitely.
So recently, after summarizing your creative life, the new album, singles, European edition of Strong, the book, lot of concerts, Lukin and Younger. Was the success of the album Strong and effective working with the Russian team that starting point which gave rise to current explosion in your creative life?
It was a great experience, you know, doing this album. First of all, I was very, you know, really surprised that I have a producer and songwriter in Moscow who really was great on working with my voice and felt, you know, how to sing and well, brought in a bit of the spirit from the 80s, but even made these songs fresh and, you know, for 2010. So this was really great for me. It was great working with Sergei, and, you know, at least such a success. It's wonderful to have it. I'm blessed about this.
So, as Russian fans, we are all wonder whether you continue the tradition of singing Russian songs, the concert, Tenderness and Moscow Nights. What song was this next? And how do you imagine not knowing Russian, in fact, to follow the character and sense of songs perfectly?
I have to listen to the original 100, 200 times because for me, I don't understand the language, you know. So it's only phonetic-wise. So I have it in my ear and I reproduce it right away in the studio. So I try to do the pronunciation right.
Will this be continued?
I don't know. You know, I'm always looking for some new songs.
Will help you to find the song?
Yeah, but on the other hand, you know, I don't want to sing every year a new Russian tradition. Maybe I you know, leave it for some years and then start again new. So for me, it's always very, you know, boring when it's a must. I have to do this. And what song next year? And this song next year. So this, I don't have it.
We will be waiting for it.
Okay.
The last was special for Lana. Do you remember what wish do you made when you were sitting in a TV program Pust Говорят, singing Tenderness between Sveta and Svetla? What wish did you
I
make?
don't remember.
I told you.
Желание загадывает. Ну, Свете в Челябинске сказал, что желание не исполнилось.
But we are sure that your wish
Came
is
true.
fulfilled, came true. Okay.
But what did I say?
You didn't tell anybody then because it's
Yes.
Oh,
The secret is not to tell anyone.
not to tell.
until it happens.
Нельзя говорить?
I see.
So you planned a spring concert, as I know, spring tour in Russia. So what cities you are going to visit, and what will there be any surprise for Russian fans in your program with concerts?
Oh, I don't have the list with my cities at the moment, so I know it's
There will be 9 cities.
9 cities. As far as I remember, Izhevsk and some other cities, like you said, 9.
Europe.
And yes, we're just working out to do something new in the program. But you know, still the hits are the hits are the hits. But I'm really trying to make maybe a medley with songs which are very known but were never released as a single. You know, there are a lot of songs in it. So we just, at this moment, we're working on these arrangements.
So thank you very much
Thank
for
you.
taking the time for this interesting interview.
Thank you.
very much.
Спасибо.